I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jerry.
Gracious God, we give you thanks for all the blessings and love that you have given us. We pray that you would lead us and guide us as we go through our meeting today. We pray for the ones that are not here today. And we are glad that the ones that are here, that they're here to learn and understand Rotary, that you would help us get through our meeting, even though it may be small and number. Forgive us where it failed you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, I don't see Nelson, so I guess Amanda and I are going to lead you in the first verse of Rotary.
We'll see who the singers are. We have a singer here. We'll see.
Yeah. Steve's a great singer. Okay, here we go.
Rotary, that spells Rotary. Rotary is known on land and sea. From north to south, from east to west, he profits most who serves the best. Rotary, that spells Rotary.
I don't know if one's as good as ever.
That sounded great. Now we know the back side of the room supports the singing.
All right. Well, as you might have guessed, today is a bank holiday. I want to thank Steve Martins, our president, for being our door greeter here today. I'm not Steve, but I'm filling in for Steve today. Matt Martin will be our door greeter next week. Do we have a secretary's report?
Yes, as you can tell, we are low in numbers today. I count only 11 of us here. We do have several guests, so Kurt, would you like to introduce Laura?
I have my beautiful wife Laura here with me today.
Welcome, Laura. And Donna, you have a guest with you.
I do. It's one of our Lyon College technicians, Justin Layman. You guys probably recognize him. He used to run our meetings for us over there.
Welcome, Justin.
Yes.
Kathy.
I have Devin Drew, my daughter-in-law.
Welcome, Devin.
Goodness for guests.
And Steve, you have a guest with you?
Yeah, so once again, I have my bodyguard, John Davis.
Is he staying under control?
I knew it was going to reach that point.
Yeah.
You're going to have a big stick.
Guarded.
Just a couple quick things. I really want to thank all of you guys that called me and texted me and sent cards and everything during the loss of my grandmother last week. It's been a very, very difficult last 2 weeks. She's been in the hospital since right before Thanksgiving, so it's been very hard on all of us, but I really appreciate your support. The trap shoot is coming up March the 18th. I'm trying to get on full swing with it. Intimidator has agreed to donate us a Guru Grill again this year. So my plan is to, during the month of February, we're going to sell raffle tickets just like we did the last time. So through the month of February, we'll sell raffle tickets, or I think we did them for $10 a piece last time, if my memory's right. So we'll sell those again, and we'll raffle it off that day. The drawing will be held that day at the trap tournament. Cassandra is working with John 3:16 to see about getting food options for us that day. That worked out the best last year, so we're going to go again with that route. Right now, I'm working on getting the flyers sent out, and I need to know about any sponsorships. So if any of you guys want to sponsor, if your work would like to sponsor, you can do a $100 sponsorship. We'll get you a sign. A $350 sponsorship will get you your name on the form and a sign. And then if you want to do a team, you can get a team for $500, which will get you everything plus a 5-man team. If you don't have a team, I can get you people to shoot for you. Don't worry about that. All I need is you just to tell me that what you want to do. Help and Hope, this month we are sponsoring Help and Hope as our charity of the month. We're going to have a special work night there on Wednesday evening, January the 25th. I think they may have announced last time that it was this week, but we had to bump it to next week. So January the 25th, if you can be there at 5:30 in the evening, we're all going to meet there and see what we can do to help them out there for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. You should be home by 8 o'clock at least anyway. So if you can meet that night, we're also taking donations this month for them. So if you have any food, clothing, books or monetary donations that you would like to donate, please bring them in or bring them that evening with you if you can come, and we're going to donate to them this month. I'm also working on scholarships. Scholarship applications are due in by February the 15th, I believe. I got my first one in for Midland this week. But if you guys know of any graduating seniors at any of the schools, make sure, I've sent them to the counselors several times, but make sure that we get this word out that we have this scholarship offer, because we want a lot more than just one. We don't want to see just one. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you, Amanda. That was a good report, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good.
I missed a week.
We've actually missed several weeks.
Yeah.
I don't see our treasurer here today. Johnny, you want to give us the Sergeant at Arms report?
Well, I tell you what, since everyone's down in this end of the hall, I won't come up there. But Kathy, I want to tell you, I looked on the website the other day and it showed me on TV doing it. I look really good, so I appreciate that. If anybody wants to look at the website, you need to look at the website. So anyway, I haven't been able to tell you a story in about 4 weeks. And I brought them all with me, but I'll do that next week. I have 2 stories for you, okay? This preacher and his wife at the end of the year looked at their expenses and their spending, and they decided that they would stop buying frivolous items. So the next week she went out shopping and she found this gorgeous dress. I need this dress. So she bought it, got home, showed it to her husband. He said, I thought we were going to stop this. She said, the devil made me do it. He said, well, didn't you remember the scripture that I preach all the time? Get thee behind me, Satan. She said, I did, and I said that. And he said, boy, you really look good from the back, too. All right. Then I have one for, it's IRS season. You got to hear this one, okay? So the pastor was sitting in his study, and the phone rang. It said, is this Pastor Jones? Yes, it is. Well, I'm Tim Johnson from the IRS. He said, is Tom Mullins a member of your congregation? He is. Does he attend regularly? Yes, he does. Did he give you $10,000? He said he will. That's it, sir.
I like the last one better than the first one.
Well, that first one was for the lake.
That must be it.
Yeah.
We don't have, I think someone from the Chamber of Commerce is going to come present to us today real quickly, but I don't see them here, so I assume they'll come next week. The Rotary Foundation Banquet is on February 16th. That'll be at the Clinton Presidential Library. We'll have a table there, so if you want to attend, let us know. And first come, first serve. I can't go, otherwise I'd put my name down already. So let us know. Before we introduce our guest, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I thought I'd just read you a little something. It seemed appropriate. From April 16, 1963, you probably have heard this before. It's an excerpt from a letter he wrote from a Birmingham jail. But more basically, I'm in Birmingham because injustice is here. Just as the prophets of the 8th century BC left their villages and carried their "Thus saith the Lord" far beyond the boundaries of their hometowns, and just as the Apostle Paul left his village of Tarsus and carried the gospel of Jesus Christ to the far corners of the Greco-Roman world, so am I compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. Like Paul, I must constantly respond to the Macedonian call for aid. Moreover, I am cognizant of the interrelatedness of all communities and states. I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about what happens in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Seems appropriate. We get the day off, thought I'd read a little Martin Luther King for you. Amanda, will you introduce our speakers?
Okay. Today we have the privilege of having Dr. Stacy Gibson Family Medicine. She's on the medical staff at White River Medical Center. Dr. Gibson's office practice, WRMC Family Practice, is located at 2000 Harrison Street, Suite D. Dr. Gibson earned her medical degree from the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences at UAMS in Little Rock. She recently completed residency at UAMS Northeast in Jonesboro. Dr. Gibson offers quality family care to patients of all ages, from infants to children to adults. Dr. Gibson's scope of practice ranges from wellness exams to the treatment of complex medical conditions. She is especially interested in women's health and aging adult medicine. So please help me welcome Dr. Gibson.
Thank you for having me. Today is going to be kind of short because I could not get the presentation to load, but hopefully I can come back and give that presentation. I think it's an important one. It's on the opioid epidemic that we're currently facing. Beyond that, I'm glad to be here. I just got here in August of this year. I started at the clinic. It's above Brian's Pharmacy. We see a lot of different people, and I work with Robin Kerr, who's a nurse practitioner there,
How long have you been in your family practice?
just since August of last year. So only about 6 months now, and I just graduated from residency.
Where'd you do your residency?
UAMS in Northeast in Jonesboro. I grew up in Lynn, went to college in Jonesboro at ASU. Then went to medical school, obviously at UAMS in Little Rock, and then moved to Jonesboro for residency. And now I'm here. My husband teaches organic chemistry at ASU in Jonesboro. So, we live fairly close to here.
You're pretty busy working in Batesville?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's slow to go at first, but we're seeing lots.
So you decided to do a presentation on opioids. What is the most, is there one that's more dangerous than another medication?
So that's a good question because they're all, I think personally, everybody's views differ on that about the danger of opioids. But certainly I think, to me, they're all sort of dangerous. There's different, pharmacokinetics as far as how do they act on our bodies and what are their effects and how long do they last and things like that. But beyond that, that's something that in the presentation that I will talk about.
I know there's some debate about family practitioners who overprescribe opioids and perhaps even an excessive being an abuse. I know there's a doctor in Little Rock that's about to go to jail for doing that. Is there standard practices in line? I'm sure that's something you're thinking about.
Absolutely. That was part of the presentation too, is the CDC guidelines that came out last year. Those are really important as far as guiding principles, but there's certainly enough wiggle room in there so that you can kind of practice how you want to practice. Some people are more liberal with prescribing opioids and some people are not. Ultimately, it's just based on the patient's needs and not, it can't really fit in one box. But there are guidelines, and the CDC it was an important time to come out with a set of guidelines for that.
Dr. Gibson, there's been a lot of discussion. People here may have heard the comments about the patient-centered medical home. I think most of us grew up with the idea that when we got sick, when we had symptoms, we'd call the doctor's office and then just go in and be seen. And then that was the extent of the physician's involvement with us. Because hopefully he cured us and, we went on our way. Of course, over the years, it's no longer just single episodic illness. It's the issue of most of us have a chronic illness. And there are many chronic illnesses. And so that we've had to sort of look at that whole process differently because somehow we need somebody to manage that. Could you sort of explain the issue of the patient-centered medical home and how the family practitioners are sort of turning around and getting more involved in how to manage illness?
I think especially for family physicians, because we see pediatric patients patients, and even sometimes OB patients and adult patients as well. But it is more of an integrated approach as far as referrals to specialists and then behavioral medicine as well, psychiatry, psychology, counseling. Those are all things that I think we have a lot more to do as far as to get those incorporated into a patient's life, because right now it's pretty difficult to get, either get them paid for or get them an appointment where they need to go for counseling and behavioral health. I think that's a big issue for medicine today.
Is there anything else that you see in your practice that is Arkansas specific or even Batesville for specific, since you practice in Jonesboro at St. Bernard's and then moving over here? Are the patient profiles real similar, or are patients over here, do they have a greater incidence of diabetes or heart disease, or is it pretty, similar?
I think it's pretty similar to Jonesboro. There are a lot of older aging patients. I think there's a younger population in Jonesboro that, or at least I saw a younger population. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's more young people over there. But as far as that's concerned, I think they're about the same. I haven't noticed any huge differences.
How often should you go see your family practice physician?
I mean, at least yearly, unless you do have chronic conditions, and in that case more often, maybe every 3 months or even more often than that.
The general wellness screenings once a year are a good idea.
Absolutely, for everybody.
Any other questions for the doctor? Well, we look forward to you coming back and
Thank
giving
you
your
very much.
presentation.
I appreciate it.
Well, I guess we're going to get out early today. Next week we've got Dr. Singh, a pulmonologist, will be our presentation. Also, it's Phil Hacker's month. Anything else for the good of Rotary? Any other announcements? All right, if not, then we'll end as we always do with the 4-way test. Number 1.
Is it the truth?
Number 2.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Number 3.
Will it build goodwill and friendships?
And number 4.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
We're adjourned.
I can say it sometimes.